God damn it, I need one more spot.
Yeah, your coolness is not quite up to par.
Dude, have you ever woken up and been like, shit, I need to be 1% more cool?
Every morning.
God, let me have it.
I go to the psychologist every week to fucking get over my desire.
Don't you understand what it feels like to be 84% cool?
All you have to do is get it out of your mind. It's not that easy, man! I've been going around the beach collecting spats! There's too much at stake in my life!
Oh my god, it's true. I need...
My friends are in prison, and I can't get them out unless I'm cool enough!
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 440. I am your host, and we are here to bring you the Bronies for 2 weeks. Because last week, I just kind of flailed around and goofed because I had a vacation. But the vacation is over, and now I gotta play catch up. But of course, I'm not catching up on myself. No, we have a wonderful complicated people. They are going to help me. Okay, I think I better stop that. I'm pretty sure I'm blowing out somebody's speakers, and I really feel bad now. I think about it for 5 seconds.
Shit, there. You got loud enough where Discord was clipping you.
In the madhouse for 10 years.
Discord couldn't handle the volume.
Discord couldn't handle the circuit. Okay.
You can't handle the circuit, mate.
Okay, sorry. All right, let's get my intro here. Sorry. You know what? That's what I get for trying to come up with a funny skit right off the bat, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I should plan better. I really should. But then again, would it be a skit if I planned? Nah. Anyway, we got Deathlight Productions.
Hey.
DM21.
Hi there, all you wonderful people. How are you?
Tech Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
Toakoi.
The madness didn't take us. We made the madness.
And we have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Yep.
And of course, right now in our group here, we have somebody that's just kind of ranging around a bit. We'll call on him in just a moment because we do got a special update from our friends making the Pony Wars, but we're not going to get to that just yet. Nope. First, we're going to warm up our vocal cords, give ourselves a chance to relax and mellow out, feel the smoothness, and let people get in. And we do that with a little bit of What's Up, Brony, talking about our daily lives, of course. So I implore to all of you, once again, what's up, Bronies?
If I bow out before the end of the night, it's because the COVID vaccine is kicking my ass.
Yep, he's got a second shot from Celestia's Pancake Madness. He's almost free. Nah, it's okay. I think we all know what it is at this point. I'm just keeping up the joke as a joke for now.
Speaking of which, because of Celestia's Pancakes, I think my mother almost came into contact with it. Thankfully, she has her shot, but who knows? She only has her first shot so far.
Well, that should still help out.
She told me this earlier today while on the phone, and
actually, the funny thing is that the whole idea of the first shot, second shot is to give your system a hit of the virus, and then it hits it a second time when it has a chance to retain the memory, so it's able to keep it immunized rather than just being a temporary immunity. So they
say it's effective, but they don't. But it's not 100% certain with the variant.
I would love to see something that's 100% certain in life. I honestly would. Because I think life would end at that point. Because there's
life would be too perfect if there was.
Mm-hmm. There's just no such thing as 100% certainty.
There's only one 100% thing, and we don't talk about it for fear of existential crisis.
Taxes?
Death and taxes?
Yeah, the other one.
More taxes? More taxes! Oh god, it's taxes!
Are you talking about the Princess of Chat Spam?
Oh, good.
She is eternal as well.
She's
No,
100.
you
She's
did not
107%.
invoke her. You
She's
did not
107%.
just invoke her.
All right. Okay. But any case, so yeah, Tsuki, I'm glad to hear you got that second shot, and hopefully it'll go smoother than the first one, and you'll be right as rain and able to go start licking doorknobs in a few weeks. That's oddly enough, that's an odd joke that a lot of people have been doing lately. Just licking.
Yeah, it's great.
Talk about licking doorknobs. It's like what?
For me,
I don't know either.
I've just got little finicky things to do with my truck now. Not much.
Wait, what was
I
this?
got the seat cover replaced, which is nice. And tomorrow I'm going to be training a new hire. He's going to be a temporary hire for our move to location, so that's going to be interesting.
Oh, those definitely look like nice seat covers, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look very good.
It's kind of funny to think, but that truck is 16 years old. You don't even think about that, but it is.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to.
I can see that, honestly.
I might have been able to tell if I saw the radio on there if it still had like a CD tray on it.
Well, it's just kind of funny to think, like, it's a 2005 pickup. It's practically brand new. That was 15 years ago. Oh, hell.
New to who? New to who? The 80-year-old we bought it from. Oh, well, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
My weekend was getting ready for the trivia trot and making sure Cole got his jingle bells. In addition to finishing up the hammer from the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah. My case,
No, I've been busy.
sounds like it. But yeah, no,
Time.
mine was pretty much. I was trying to enjoy my vacation the best I can, and it ended up being spring cleaning around the house a lot. You never know how badly you need to clean a house until you actually use up 2 magic eraser sponges on a bathtub. But at least it shines. Man. It shines like a pearl, and it scares me.
I got it shiny, but at what cost?
I got it shiny, but I can never wash in it again. It's too clean for me. Too clean. But no, in a fun note, though, I did finally get rid of a lot of old clothing, and I found some of my fun project shirts that are just like, when I lose enough weight, I'm gonna wear this shirt. And yeah, I got those like 6 years ago, so I'm not kind of thrilled.
Hey.
No, it's just one of those things where I got this 6 years ago, but I'm still trying, so I guess that's something. Anyway, getting back on track here, though. But yeah, there wasn't much going on for me outside of that. It's just nice, relaxing, keeping things cleaned up and sorting things out and working on some plans for the future. You know, just to be able to do
chat
things.
in the Twitch working? Like I see Iris going on.
Yeah, I see I see Twitch going. It's now so clean, it will start working again. CMC, you are absolutely right. It is too clean. It's too clean. I can never do things in it again. I'm just gonna have to stand outside of the tub saying, "Man, I remember when I used to shower."
Oh,
wait a minute! I already do that. I do that now. I do that now.
Anyway, I missed the trot trivia the other night. I thought it was the one time zone, but I got it mixed up with another time zone from the website.
Well, you're in luck. You're actually in luck because it went so long. The trivia went so fast that we didn't even get to half of the questions. So we're gonna use up the rest of them later today. So you got a chance to prove your trivia trot madness.
Yep, but it was late in the morning anyway. So at my time anyway. So I might as well. I just chimed in at the end of the stream. I might as well go to bed.
No, I feel you. It was complete madness that time.
Hi, bronze medalist.
Oh, by the way, how was your burger?
Okay, everybody. Getting a burger and eating it an hour and a half later sucks.
Yeah.
It's not warm. It's not cold. It's kind of like that slightly coldness to it. So Everything just, the bun feels slightly stale, the meat feels slightly old, even the toppings can't do anything to help it. It's just the worst. And somehow,
at least you can eat homemade burgers or grocery store burgers the next day. Fast food burgers, not so much.
No, fast food burgers are not the best way to do it. But as I mentioned, I was doing cleaning house things, and I didn't want to wreck up my stove that I spent so much time scrubbing in order to get the grease off. I didn't want to make another burger, and it just it was I'm glad I did it though. 100%. I am glad I went through with the joke once again. But oh man, actually, here's a little fun background stuff. Right next to me, I had some pixel sunglasses, a green wig, pony ears, pony horn, and I was going to wear some outlandish sparkly shirt. I was going to put all of that on, put on the camera so that only the people in the Discord call could see. So, yeah, the streamers wouldn't have been able to see. Mostly because I don't know if they would have gotten in trouble if I did that. And just go, right at 3 o'clock Eastern time, of course, go, oh boy, 3 a.m. and eat the hamburger right in front of the camera.
Yeah.
That's what I was planning.
I expected you to say, oh, dance time, and you move your body and you dance and you do your little hand gestures, like snapping your fingers or whatnot.
No.
Second, I want to join you with my BI avatar just to be there with dance moves.
No. Anyway, let's go ahead. Anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony? Before we go ahead and turn the time over to our special guest here.
Only that I got a terabyte hard drive, and I'm currently downloading Master Chief and Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5.
Okay, I have to ask real fast. Is it a solid state or is it just a normal disk hard drive?
Normal disk. It's not an SSD.
That's gonna take forever.
Actually, I'm more stunned that he went with just a single terabyte.
This was after I transferred all of Steam, Epic, and Origin.
I'm still...
Yeah, I don't bother with Origin these days.
I still do, but I got a lot of free games on it. I'm still... and also Dragon Age. But I'm still stunned that you went with just a single terabyte hard drive when if you were going to go for the disc...
No, I have 8.
What?
I went with 8 terabytes.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, go with God then. Yeah, okay. Oh, Toriko gets a thumbs up on me.
My operating system is on a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Is that
that's
solid?
why I went for an 8.
Is that a solid state?
No, that's not solid state. This is a hard drive that was done before solid state was a thing.
Fair enough. Just I got caught off guard when I thought you only got a 1 terabyte hard drive, and just like, why? Go for an 8, man. If you're gonna get hardware, go for a big drive or go for a fast drive. And if you're rich, go for a big fast drive.
I have the money for that at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on then. As I mentioned, we do have a special guest here. We have Drata Arcana. And as we've mentioned before, he is one of the bigwigs, head honchos, chief mugwumps, and supreme fearless leaders of Pony Wars, the collectible card game that we mentioned more than a few times. And he's actually come here to talk about a little bit. Drata, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, Circuit Main. A little tired from our weekend of just non-stop work trying to get the game ready to go and off to our distribution teams and stuff. We have actually finished the entire game, but we are still working on some minor things that did come up, and I'm sure that we'll get into that.
Yeah, I got a notification from your server that you were making more card packs. I didn't read it until today, and it went out sometime yesterday.
Yeah, so one of the things is that the packs are going to be 52 cards. They're completely randomized, meaning that you don't know whether you don't know what hero you're going to get, but you'll be guaranteed a hero because you need a hero in order to play the game. It'll come with 3 fixed locations and 3 militia units, which you also need in order to play the game. And then it will consist of a bunch of other randomized cards with a 7% chance. Yes, I'm going to say it out loud. A 7% chance to get an epic, which are basically our Sevians, our Calamities. I believe Sevian is up on the Facebook right now. He's a really, really powerful card that we're super excited about. He's the only dragon in the set. And you also got Aqua, which is a Kieran. And the Kieran's design, our artist wanted to make sure that we weren't copying Kieran's directly from MLP. So there was a lot of work done there. But
also
yeah,
in the fandom, there have been Kieran designs before the official ones, so you could always draw on those.
It looks like that's what they did from the Kieran design here. It just looks like they didn't include the horn, which I think was a little bit more on Friendship is Magic side of things.
Yeah, because it was very much a good parallel of unicorn and dragon.
Right. So what we actually did was that we focused it in on the actual mythology of Kieran's, which is usually a mix between a dragon and a horse. So we were focusing in more on the original design of the Kieran. And their lore in this world is very, very interesting. Kieran are similar to your tribes from the last Airbender series or Avatar's anime. We were focusing in that there's a water tribe, a fire tribe, an earth tribe, but not like the Avatar series, but more that, you know, Aqua is our first Kieran, and she is actually the head seer of the water tribe. And her specialty is using water magic to view over long distances. And she's kind of spectating the war, the Twilight Conflict, which is the name of the set. The name of the set is actually the Twilight Conflict. And this is because you have the Sunbound Kingdom and the Lumahina Empire going at war with one another.
All right. By the way, chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to start posting them, and we'll try to bring them out as soon as we can. So if I'm understanding this correctly so far, it sounds like you kind of got a combination of the normal booster packs of a lot of trading card games and the structured decks for ready for play that some card games also bring. So kind of like bringing them both together, so you have like a deck that you can play just out of the box, but it's going to still be completely random. So you're literally not. It's going to be the box of chocolates approach. You're not going to know what you're going to get.
So one of the things we wanted to do is wanted to make sure that we got everyone for one purchase. You would get something that you could basically start the game with. So, you know, right out of the box, you'll be able to play a number of games just right out of the box. Now, you can split those into multiple decks too, because there is no deck minimum or maximum in this game. The only deck building restriction is that you must have at least for every 20 cards in your deck, you are allowed an epic, and you can only have one copy of that epic in your deck. So
makes
say
sense
you build,
if you don't want to make it too unfair,
right? And that was actually our development team was like, that's really the only way we can balance epics is by giving them a harsh deck building restriction, because they are very powerful. They also are the ones that I think that you don't necessarily have to have them to play the game. You don't necessarily need them to win the game. You can win with a 0 epic deck. It's been done in our beta testing. But I can tell you that having an epic will help. One of them is called Lady Sky. It's got Foresight 3, and I would have to look at the card again. I think it has one other ability, but it also possesses the ability to collect a card by sacrificing it from the court. And that's a whole system in and of itself. We have a court system, which is like an extended hand. So you'll see that Sevian has the ability called Courtier. Yes, Lady Sky also has Courtier. Courtier means that at the end of the turn, they do not get discarded from the court, meaning you can keep those cards in the court. So the court is a way to, get things out of your hand so that way you maybe can draw more cards next turn or get their court abilities, which are really good. Sevian specifically states that you're able to discard him from the court in order to banish another card from the court, which can be a very, very powerful effect because your opponent might be trying to set something up, right? And you could just say, okay, I'm just going to go ahead, send Sevian to the graveyard and get rid of that card because that's going to pose a problem later. It's these kind of plays where, you see what your opponent's trying to do and you have to respond or prepare for what your opponent does. It's kind of like playing chess, except in the form of a card game. It's this mentality of outthinking your opponent.
Huh.
Okay, an easy comparison would be like a basic Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, except without like all the fancy stuff they added. You try and plan knowing what you can see, but what you don't know. Example, if someone has Exodia, you try and make sure that they can't keep any parts of Exodia. That type of thing. Or am I thinking about it wrong?
So I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player for 9 years, and I wouldn't exactly compare this game directly with Yu-Gi-Oh, but you have the right idea. The game definitely leans more towards knowing, like seeing what's on the board state. And the thing is, this game doesn't exactly give you a whole lot of opportunities to really respond. It usually takes a couple moves to actually do a full response. And you have multiple ways of doing that in this game based on how you build your deck, based on what decisions you make. And it's hard to really explain the multitude of strategy that goes into this because the idea was to base it around playing things like tactics cards, spell cards, to kind of politically maneuver yourself into a situation to be able to take out one of their locations. Once you lose all three of your locations, that's the game. You lose the game once you lose your three basic territories. And one of the territories we'll be releasing in the first set is called Altar of Radiance. This is the solar nexus. In our lore, the solar nexus is basically the creation of the sun, the creation of all solar energy on the planet. And it is the source of that creation magic. So we wanted to make sure at least one nexus was in it. It's got a pretty powerful effect for spellcasting decks, too.
Okay. Getting a little bit more back to the cards here.
Sure.
I could see that on the card designs. It looks like you got a small numbering system. Is it correct? Correct to assume that 99 cards are going to be in the first set, or are there a few secret ones kind of snuck in there for avid collectors or the lucky people?
So let me try to get your question correct here. Are you wondering what the numbers on the side there, or whether or not we have like hidden cards out of the set or whatever?
Essentially, if the first set is set at 99, or if anybody's trying to collect them, there actually is maybe like 100 or 101.
You're talking about the number of cards. So we have 99 cards that are actually going into the set. There's actually a card number 100 and 101, but these are the promos that are going to hopefully be foiled. We're planning on printing them foiled. They will be available for both the Kickstarters and anytime you participate in a demo at a convention, which I have good news for you guys. I am in communication with TrotCon for December to host both demos and the first tournament. We are hoping to get enough people for those at TrotCon 2021 in December. I have also already resubmitted the panels for those as well, so we will be there.
Second, I know what we're doing at TrotCon.
Where? You said I was going to let you into my hotel room.
I got mine set up.
Oh, that reminds me. Are the Kickstarter cards for the deck the deck option? Is it a set number of cards, or is it randomized, just like the card packs?
So one of the things we've had a problem with, and we've had a lot of debate about while we were making the game, and was had a lot of the meetings, is the fact that the way that we're selling this on the store versus how we planned it through the Kickstarter. What we've agreed to do is provide instead of so in the past when we first made the Kickstarter, we thought we were going to have 15 card packs and they were going to be in pack format to where you'd get 15 cards, they're all randomized or whatever. Well, that's no longer the case. Instead, we wanted to be more generous to provide everyone with a full deck for $15. So you're getting 52 cards versus 15 per pack, and that's why we have it at $15 instead of the four that would have been. But what we wanted to do was make sure. So to answer in fully, the Kickstarter is getting the same thing as you could buy online. They're getting a randomized deck, but what they're going to get is, I believe I have it at 8 decks. They're basically going to be getting 8 decks from us, and they get first priority because they are the Kickstarter. They have the first priority of the stock. And we're going to have very limited stock on the initial printing because we don't want to necessarily overprint, but we also don't want to underprint.
Understandable. And I was just asking this because it's been a while since I've checked out my Kickstarter on what I pledged all those months ago. So I just wanted a reminder and see what was different compared to what you were going to do previously.
Right. The each of the tiers will be receiving a multitude of decks. I'd actually have to bring up the inventory tracker to see what I had allotted to the Kickstarters. That would take a little bit more time because I didn't think to bring that up at the moment. So it would take me some time to locate it in my files. But we're hoping to provide the Kickstarters actually more than what we were bargaining for originally. So you should be receiving more if you made a pledge.
Yeah, okay. That's not a bad thing considering how some Kickstarters say promise a lot but deliver very little.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
One of the big things that we like to talk about is there's a calamity playmat for those that bought the Alicorn tier. It is of art that will never be released to the game publicly. No mats will be made with that art ever again. And so those that bought the Alicorn tier are getting a very, very exclusive playmat, which we love the look of. But they will be also receiving all the playmats. And the playmats are gorgeous. We have those printed. We have those ready to go. And the team has already received ours because I wanted to, be generous to the people that have been working on it because I'll tell you, we spent 12 hours on Friday, 12 hours working on trying to get this typesetting right, trying to get everything working, and we're still having issues with some of the typesetting. And I'm like, come on.
My dude, in a past life, I was a graphic arts student. The type is so hard to do, especially if you do any embossing or anything like that.
Yeah.
It is a nightmare to do some of that stuff, and I will say, just work with what you got. If something goes wrong, just sell it as a limited edition, or just be like, "Hey, this is special."
Right.
We don't want to cut cards from the stuff as we speak. My team are working as we speak to get this resolved as quickly as possible. We still plan to go to printing this week. It will be done by this week. We don't know whether it's going to be Tuesday. We don't know whether it's going to be Friday. We don't know whether it's going to be Saturday, but we will continue to work on the cards to make sure they're as perfect as possible before we send this to printing, because we don't want to deliver a product that, is going to be hard to read or, will not be able to be read properly, and we want to make sure people enjoy the game, and that's our main focus.
Indeed. All right. So getting a little back to distribution here. I know a lot of people are probably going to be curious about the card game, especially since right now, at least until maybe about the time that TrotCon does end up opening its Christmas stores. Can't wait for that. But I know a lot of people are maybe curious about the game, but aren't going to be willing to shell over the money just yet without being able to play it. But obviously, physical playing is not going to be a very heavy option for at least 5-6 months. Is there still plans to keep the tabletop simulator version of this updated so people can learn to play it as well as experience it and see if they want to invest in the physical cards?
So that's actually something that the development team and I have had varying discussions about. And we have agreed that we will be updating the tabletop simulator when we get to it. It's one of those things that right now is on the back burner. There's a lot of stuff we have currently on the back burner, one of which is getting the final sections of the rules finished, because we got to get this typesetting done first. We're all not only working on this project, but we all got day jobs too. We're working during the day. We got only so many hours every night to put towards this. And in fact, one of our guys actually had to use vacation time to try and get the typesetting on Friday. We are very proud of how far we've come, and we still have a little bit more left to do. But as far as we're concerned, it's going to printing this week. It will get printed, and we are still hoping to have everyone's stuff by that May 30th deadline.
So essentially, it sounds like all the puzzle pieces are there. It's just that some of them might be slightly askew until you can get them back in place.
Right. Yeah, everything's there. Everything's ready to go. The rules are finalized. The art's all in. We don't have any, the effects are all chosen. We have to fiddle a little bit with some of the effects, but they're not going to change any rulings wise or visual wise. We just got to get them to fit into that text box. That is, if you look at that, the taxes card that's up on screen now, yes, I can see that.
I hope so.
That little box where the text is and everything, that's what we got to get all the text to fit in, and that's where we're having the issues.
Just a case of the text being too big, too small, too texty, not texty enough,
or get cut off on the printing.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to avoid, is to make sure that all the text is there, make sure that it's eligible. One of the big things that hit us was we went out and printed out one of the cards with the most text, and you couldn't read it. And we were like, man, we probably need to fix that.
Okay, I can imagine that. Most people are probably just looking at the cards like, oh, I can read that, and they're not thinking that this thing is going to be the size of your about your palm. So yeah, it's going to probably not quite look, well, maybe not this fuzzy. That's actually a bad example. Maybe a little more like this. But yeah, that is a little hard to read without actually being able to bring it up to your face.
Yeah, yes. So
sorry. But yeah, no, it's good that at least that was caught before you had to print before you printed out the entire thing and then realized, oh.
Well, I really owe that to all my teams. They're so good at paying attention to details, seeing the details and stuff, and making sure that, if one team made a mistake, we actually didn't find this out from our development team. We discovered the text issue actually from our distribution team. And our distribution guy's like, yeah, you guys might want to fix the typesetting. And we're like, oh, shoot. We're glad he didn't send it on, because that would have been a disaster.
Oh, no, I can only imagine.
Yeah, this is why stuff like Helvetica is kind of a standard, because of how that typeset is very bold and you can clearly see it.
Oh, come on. We could do Comic Sans with that stuff. That'll be fun.
That would have cost you a lot of money if it wasn't caught in time.
Well, money, time, I can't imagine how it'd be, but...
Yeah, as I said, there is a lot of stuff that goes into just typeset.
Anyway, speaking of money, time, and merchandise and all that fun stuff, though I don't think we were talking a lot of that. So you did mention to me that the Pony Wars store site is now up. Is that still considered up at this point?
Oh yeah, it's still up. We're still taking pre-orders. You can still order the game. That's the thing, right? We've gotten it to the point where we're just about to send it to printing, so we know that we're going to have it done this week. We know it by May 30th. Just I do want to caution that if you order, you're basically pre-ordering the game right now, and you will receive it on May 30th since that is the release date. I think that there's been some confusion there from people that haven't been following the game as closely. That everyone will receive their stuff by May 30th. So we are accepting orders as we speak. Now, the webpage is very basic because I was the one that actually had to throw it together last second, and there was a lot that went into that. That was a 6-7 hour job just to get what we got going, and it was kind of really messy to try to get it together. I did the best I can, but we're going to be improving the website over time as we learn more things about the system that we have. So we're using Namecheap, which gives us access to a WordPress builder, and that whole web stuff, I'm not exactly an expert in it, but I do the best I can. And I think that what we got now is the bare minimum, but we will be improving on the site in the future.
Definitely look forward to that. We will have a link to the site itself in our show notes here for anybody that is curious and wants to pre-order. Please remember to keep in mind, I know it's not showing on the site anywhere, but as mentioned by one of the developers themselves, this is a pre-order for the end of May. So you don't expect it to start shipping until maybe about early June, perhaps.
Hopefully earlier than June.
Well, I guess I could call me a shipping pessimist, especially with all the RTX fun. I've been trying to get an RTX card for months, so it's
yeah. You gotta remember, we're still dealing with 1, the U.S. postal system, and 2, international shipping.
And 3, we're dealing with Salicious Pancake
Madness. My
Madness.
limited run games collection of a certain game hasn't been notified yet.
Oh. Okay, but yeah. So with that in mind, though, looks like at least everything is for the most part is set up outside. We'll probably see a little bit of change in the text there, but even though the tabletop hasn't been updated, it's still a good way for people to learn about the game and how to play it. Despite that, it's not exactly 100% up to date at the moment.
Yeah, we still need to update that tabletop simulator. That's something that I think I can approach the development team about. But like I said, we basically so what's happened is that many of our team members have finished their jobs, have finished their commissioned work, and now they are, not to say that they're gone from the project. They're more just they've stepped away. And we're kind of left with a team of about 2 to 3 people right now, including myself. So we're in a skeleton crew at the moment because we only got really one person who can do the typesetting. That also happens to be the same person who's really good with Tabletop Simulator. So we literally have one guy working on all of this. So we need people to bear with us as we try to get this stuff done through the week.
No, it's completely understandable. I don't think anybody was expecting things to get shipped out immediately. At least I wasn't, but I have the patience of a gamer that's been waiting for JRPGs to be translated. I don't know time anymore. But no, I'm excited to see that things are still moving along, though it's probably not going at a massive pace. It's still being worked on fervently. I hear that it does sound like there's a lot of passion with the people that you brought on, both temporarily as well as your core group, and yeah, I can't wait to see what the final results are, and also how TrotCon will turn out with this.
Yes, and one of the other things too is that we do plan on I do plan on being at Cider Fest to do demos as well at Cider Fest. And we're also planning on being at Gen Con this year, which is a convention in my own city, which is a gaming tabletop convention of around 50,000 attendees usually, and they're in September. So we're hoping to bring this game to as many conventions as we can, trying to get the word out there. I know personally I will be going to various card shops in my own city to try to get the game around. And even though, one step of the process is getting these cards printed and stuff, we definitely will be trying to get it around, get the news out there, get everything worked correctly. And then, hopefully then we can start thinking about, next steps for the project.
All right. Well, we've definitely taken up a lot of your time here. Is there anything else you want to throw out to anybody that's eager and chomping at the bit to get to play some Pony Wars?
So I understand the eagerness for everyone wanting to probably play the game. Trust me, we've had a lot of people coming to us like, when are we going to be able to play? When can we get the cards and stuff? And we have to make sure that the game is perfectly crafted before we will send it on to printing, because like I've said, we don't want, to print it and then all of a sudden there be a mistake. This is a very ambitious project. I don't know how much the community, the Brony community really realizes the amount of work that goes into this level of detail, but our artists have spent I think our main artist spent at least three weeks working on three card arts. And we wanted this to be a big project, and I'll tell you, it took us 2 months to do the card templates. It took us 2 months to do that. It took almost over a year to do all the art. And even then we were still doing beta tests and stuff all over the last almost year. We've been doing beta tests, rewrites. We even had a time in December where we actually rewrote the entire game from scratch. And I think we've mentioned that here before.
Yeah, I believe you did mention that at one point. The
last time we talked to you. Kind of artwork takes time and love and effort, so I don't get mad or anything like that when people need time to make something, because the more time you put into it, the better it'll come out.
Yeah, I was told that.
Don't even get me started on don't get me started on laying out, because you don't know how big the printer is that you're sending it to beforehand, so you gotta lay it out one way.
Right.
That's how big the printer is. Yeah.
Tell it. Okay. All right. And in any case, I'm sure we're taking up plenty of your time, and it sounds like you got more than enough work ahead of you. So we'll go ahead and let you go, and we'll look forward to when we can officially show off the cards and, well, I guess on camera or something like, or when we actually have them physically there to show off, and also maybe probably try playing a test game just to show people how it's done.
Well, we could definitely do a test game, Circuit Main. We'd be glad to do one once we get this typesetting this week finished. We'd be glad to come back either next week or the week after to do a game here on the show. We can even have it where you and I can play a game. I know that our project manager, who's currently doing the typesetting, which is why he wasn't able to be here tonight, I know that he'd be excited to be able to tell you his experience with the project and so forth, and kind of the amount of work he did. So I look forward to coming back and kind of sharing everything with you, especially over this next month as we get closer to finished printing and getting things mailed out and stuff. So I look forward to updating you guys when we have that.
All right, and look forward to those updates. So
And one last thing, I just want to thank my team so much for their hard work. They've been great. We even ordered them all pizza on Friday night. The last big meeting, we ordered everyone a pizza. So
okay.
I have to ask now, was the whole team inside, or did you have to call each individual pizza place?
Surprisingly, we had to call every single individual pizza place.
You know, I'll give you.
That is both awesome and sad.
Actually, that's not sad. That's
smart.
effort. That is effort. That is amazing effort, and that's to be commended. I don't care who you are. That takes effort. And
No,
to
the
be
sad
commended.
part is you can't do it all in one big pizza party.
No, I mean,
Well,
yeah,
that's a smarter option given what's happening today, Toa.
well, that sucks, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure they're not all even in the same state, regardless of if there wasn't a situation going on.
We're all
understand
basically
that. I'm
scattered
just
throughout
trying
the
to-
U.S.
Yeah, they're all throughout the
I kinda
U.S. I would
feel-
love to see them come together for a pizza party, but I think they'll have to wait for a convention.
Well, that's actually one of the plans for Gen Con is for all of us to get together and have one big party.
There you go. See, they got plans. They know what they're doing.
Oh, wait, we got
Alcoholic or
plans on
non-alcoholic?
plans.
All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. So yeah, if you are curious, Pony Wars, they do have a Facebook group now, and also the show notes will have a link to their storefront if you want to pre-order. And once again, Trada, thank you so much for taking the time out to let us know what's going on with the card game and the current challenges that it's being faced with.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew. So, but we are going to printing this week. I can almost 99% guarantee that.
Thanks for dropping by and telling us more about the game.
We'll leave you to your printing unless you want to just hang out and delve into the insanity.
I actually need to get back to my team and get back to work. So take care. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Anytime, Drada. All right. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into news here because we do got 2 weeks worth of news, though there isn't quite a lot. Let's move on to convention news real fast. We will talk about Mid-Air Pony Fair in just a moment, as has recently happened. However, in this weekend, UK PonyCon Online is going to be doing their convention. So, if you want to get a taste of conventions across the pond, that's a good way to do it. It is going to have a little bit more of a skewed time schedule, though. So, yeah, if you're in the States,
22 hours. Oh, is it going to start Friday instead of Saturday, or?
it's in the United Kingdom.
No,
They're in the United Kingdom.
Oh, that's right.
So
They're
yeah,
earlier
It
you're
is roughly 6 hours ahead.
6 to 8.
Yeah,
so
I just remembered.
yeah, so if you want to check out the panels, remember there's going to be a crazy time difference. You may need to do a little bit of calculating on that. And BabsCon will be a few weeks after that. We'll definitely talk about that a little bit more. But now we're gonna have to go through news in rush hour time. So let's do this in a quick manner. First off, Pip and Sunny toys have appeared. Pip looks horrible. Sunny looks like a normal posable figure. I will. Oh right. Sorry. You know what? These
While
are
you're getting
toys.
that-
What the fuck do I care?
Eh.
Actually,
Yeah, while you're getting that up, I was going to say, you're going in rush hour time? Are we going to understand the words coming out of your mouth?
we are gonna rush it. We are gonna hurry this up, and there's nothing to spoil because everybody at this point people are gonna know about. You know what? Fine. There's your spoiler tag. Toys. Buy all the playsets and toys. But yeah, Pip got
That
Pip
stare on
and
Sunny is saying, I've seen some shit.
oh god. I'm trying not to click on the image, and I keep clicking on the image, and it keeps blowing up the image, and I can't see anything. Okay, so yeah. Toys. We got the posable.
toys.
We got the posable electronic toys. We got the non-posable stand there and brush your mane toys. It's pretty much the same shit that we've been seeing since Generation 4. Moving on.
Is that a microphone or a cane?
Who cares? Moving on.
Wait a minute, Circuit. I have to wonder, or I have to know,
Yes.
what accessories come with the brushable pony?
A brush.
No cool barrettes? Come on.
I didn't see any barrettes. But if it makes you feel better, here's an image detailing the current schedule of the Pony movie, which unfortunately is also outdated. And the only reason that it even brought any news attention is the fact that one of the characters has a slightly different pose now. Huzzah! Moving on.
New pose.
New pose. Spoilers over. Now to spoil the comics. Comics 98 is coming out. That's got a 3-page preview. What is this preview about? You get to... Wow, that's actually a really cute little chibi of Celestia and Luna there. I mean, look at that. That actually is kind of adorable.
The baby ears.
That's kind of adorable right there. I like that. Granted, I also like that they have a oh god, it's their retirement man. They got a. I can analyze this for a while. I honestly could, but I'm not going to.
Penthouse.
Well, we gotta move on.
We gotta move on. Check out the figure, and I'm hoping somebody is selling that thing at a convention at some point. It looks like it basically looks like a bar sign. It looks like a bar sign, and I love it. So yeah, if you want to check it out, it has Celestia, Luna, Star Swirl, and apparently it's dealing with their childhood. So you get to learn a little bit of history. And what the hell? What is that? What is that? What the hell is that? I mean, oh god, I'm trying so hard to move on from this, but this comic will not let me.
That's a complete reversal.
I don't know what to think about that.
Oh my god, what is... Oh.
Okay, we're moving on now.
When the drugs kick in.
When the drugs kick in. Moving on. Annual 2021 has been released. I have it waiting in my comic store. I need to go get it. Why is this interesting? It deals with the main 6 political parties, literally. They're parties of ponies that are going political to different pony places in order to perform political... I can't think of any words. Anyway, here's a bunch of pound puppies.
Stop saying political.
No, pound puppies.
Turn off kids.
Wait a minute. No, those designs were... What was that? No, there was a move... Right, that's not the original Pound Puppies, is it? Or...
It's not. I don't think it's actually the original Pound Puppies.
No, it's definitely not the reboot. It reminds me of something.
You know,
Oliver
I know
Company?
what it does. That.
It's not Pound Puppies. It's.
I know what he's talking about though. The designs keep grabbing me.
Little Pet Pop style.
Was it maybe a little switch up? Oh, for some reason I was thinking. Does anybody remember that damn movie where it was like the dogs had like the ability to open like dimensional doors or something?
What
the drugs have you been doing?
It seems like that, but it also reminds me of like Road Rovers or something like that.
Oh god, actually, Road Rovers seems a little bit more closer than what I don't know. All right, getting back on track here. This is the annual for 2021. It is out now, so if you want to get a hold of it, I would recommend reaching your comic shop, reaching Amazon, whatever you have to do. If you want to get a physical copy, why can't I hit the back? Twilight, I love you, but why do you keep having to cover my back button?
I hate you.
But yes, this is dealing with
top pony running around. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, but yeah, it's dealing with the diamond dogs, and apparently the female version of the species, which apparently actually looks. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. They look a lot more like furries than they do like demon hordes, like the original Diamond Dogs from the show.
That's a good point.
Well,
but we're just gonna leave that alone.
Moving on.
We're gonna leave that alone. Instead, Magic of Cybertron issue 1 has also been released. Transformers Ponies back. Ponies Transformers back together once again. 4 different comic covers. What's going on with this time? Decepticons do crap. Ponies are involved. Here's an image of here's an image of a bad pony of good ponies doing bad things to robots that I can't remember the name now.
versus Rainbow Dash, the rematch.
Actually,
Megatron.
Wait, why are there 4
and Soundwave?
Why are there multiple links?
I shall not murder the yellow Pegasus in fear that you're trying.
We got a lot of stuff.
Stuff is going on.
We got a lot of crazy stuff.
You do not want to know how many Transformers stuff is going on.
But if you're honestly curious, there is an extended preview of My Little Pony Cross Transformers Friendship in Disguise #2, which has this. I mean, this is yeah. Wow.
The rainbow
wow.
Is not right. The rainbow
wow.
Is not right.
Knockoff G1.
It's knockoff. It's like knockoff G1, but a knockoff of a knockoff. I don't know how to put this into words, but
It is like when you're going to filter through something like 500 times, and this is the results.
but it's the most hilarious thing I've seen, and it is actually one of the Decepticons reading the comic. So yeah, have fun with that.
I think I remember him from G1.
Moving
Is that
on.
Misfire?
Elements of Justice. Awesome
I'm not
little
thinking about Breakdown.
Elements of Justice. Ace Attorney meets My Little Pony. Crusading for a Turnabout. Case 2 has been officially released. Hour and a half long. We are not showing this on the show. At least not anytime soon. If you want to check it out, please feel free to do so. Moving on. Fluttershy, Meet the Parents comic. Why is this disturbing? Because the meeting the parents is Discord. I will leave that to your imaginations at that point.
I expected this to be an IDW comic, not this.
No, this is basically in a magazine that's made for kids. So we literally
I know, but I expected IDW to tackle something like this.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you literally have Discord meeting Fluttershy's parents. I will leave your imaginations to that one. Moving on.
So, Mom,
Great.
Dad, I'm dating the God of Chaos.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time.
A missed opportunity to see how her brother would have reacted.
Moving on. Great and Powerful remastered album. The great, so great and powerful.
Shown.
Moving on. The So Great and Powerful Musician has remastered their album, The Standard Model. It's available on Bandcamp. This is not a pay what you want situation. You will have to pay $7 for this thing. But the So Great and Powerful has done a lot of good music, so it may be worth checking out. Check our show notes for it.
Yo.
Moving on.
So I am so open for that shit, dude. Yo.
Yeah, right.
Hang on.
No,
Going to
Cole, you're
Bandcamp
right.
now.
It is awesome.
See,
Hell yeah.
Cultist knows what I'm talking about. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Moving on. Transformers: Magic of Cybertron Comic 4.
Classic, man.
The Magic of Cybertron issue 4 has been announced. Of course, this is going to be happening. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to read the synopsis because I think it delves right into the middle of what the hell is going on, and I don't want to spoil the surprise. Here's a bunch of ponies and Cybertronians looking at star showers. I'm not going to correct myself. Moving on! TeePublic is having a $13 and lower sale. It has G5 ponies in there too. There's a G5 train. It looks cute. We're not going to look at the rest of the shirts. We don't have the time. And apparently my VPN is causing me to have security checks. What the hell? Moving on!
You're checking too many leaks at once.
Issue 100 of the My Little Pony comic has been announced. Spike is still the butt monkey because he can't even get a giant statue right. Seriously, it's a giant statue.
Better.
It's a giant statue with all of them, and Spike cracks the Y. And that is me clicking on the wrong thing again. What is this issue? What is this issue about? This landmark issue. Rainbow Dash and her companions go to Bird Kingdom in order to make political alliances. That's pretty much what the season 10 is in the comics. It's all political alliances, but not in that way. Moving on.
Well, in fairness, Spike is the only character to have a giant statue of the Crystal Empire, so...
Moving on. The challenge of the week for this week was Photo. But there was also the Protest Initiative Challenge issued by Coldust.
I can't remember what it was.
It was a
Mug.
mug.
A mug.
Show
Oh,
us
that's
your
right.
ugly
That's right.
mug
Because I got
already.
that really nice mug, which, by the way, I freaking love it. And also, on another note, the same person released another set of midair mugs. So I bought one of those.
You too,
It's
huh?
a double-sided.
Yeah, I got the same one. I don't know.
Actually, I technically bought two. I got one sent feathered because international rates. Blah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that and your good boyfriend.
So for this one, Ruby Fox. We lost Ruby Fox. He's my friend.
No.
He's my friend that was in Utah, and I think he's in Los Angeles now or somewhere nearby.
Oh,
The IRC does that.
Yeah, I know.
So
It still
you
sucks.
made
I stopped using
a
IRC.
train. with
No,
small
this is
space.
this is hilarious. I've decided I wanted to do a little bit more than just put a mug with the Cole's face on it. So I looked for a train mug, and I found one. And this thing is not pretty.
Yeah.
All right.
Shaped
So-
ceramic in weird ways gets weird.
Yeah, so I decided I'm gonna try it anyway. So I worked my hardest to do an art of this mug, and then I decided what would be funnier than if we did a picture of Coal Dust, but he wasn't expecting it. So it basically snap a picture of him when he's not, obviously not expecting it, disheveled, eyes kind of dilated because of it, even the little red eye thing that you got in pictures way back in the day.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I
like it.
I put some crazy effort behind this. By the way, here's the mug I was talking about.
But by the way, for the record, getting a picture of me when I'm not ready for it and my hair's all disheveled, that's basically the all the time. That is that mug. What?
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Why?
I told you, it's the most disheveled thing I've ever seen, and it's the only mug I could find that was in the shape of a train.
Try getting drunk on that mug.
Look at Pixagix and tell me otherwise. Look at Pixagix right now,
I'm
boss.
also concerned about the boot.
The boot.
is-
Oh, the boot. Now I'm
that-
reminded of that beer movie.
I used
Drink
to
what
drink
they
from a
call-
glass boot. I'm not gonna lie, I did.
Oh yeah, it was called Beer Fest.
Okay, I'm muting Toa because he showed me a better train mug. Okay, I'll get him off the mute. No, seriously though,
Disney does a good match.
I'm muting him again. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna mute, but Toa, we gotta move on! So, yeah, I did post this. I'm still pretty proud of it because I did my best to get the shininess involved in everything. So, even the wheels, I try to make it look like you can see where the spokes are. But if you look at the mug itself, it doesn't exactly have them outlined. So, you get the impression of them, but you don't actually see them. So, yeah, I put some effort behind this, but this was also 2 weeks in the making when I went on vacation, so I don't got much in the way of excuses. Instead, let's go ahead and show off the other art entries that we received, because we did get a few. We did get a few, and we are not going to move on from those quite as quickly, I promise. I think I hurt my throat. Moving on.
Move on.
Moving on. Moving on. Coal Dust drew a creature.
Yeah, he drew a cute little creature.
Why did you draw it? Was it just for fun, or was there a method behind the madness?
It was basically just for fun. It was like, it was like post-con, I hadn't drawn anything in a while, so I decided to draw a creature.
That's awesome.
I like it. It's nice. It's simple. It's cute.
It's a nice decompression sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
It's good stuff. Of course, he's not the only one that's got some art. Deathlight has also gotten a bit of art for himself.
Just a little bit. There's you got to stack up over 2 weeks.
Do I look like?
Oh,
a
that's
guy
right.
that's
I am behind
you?
by 2 weeks. I gotta get to the rest of that.
Yep. So which one did you pull up? There's
I
a
pulled the chibi one that was recently
Oh.
posted.
Yes, the potato.
Potato. Oh, I
And
see it
the
now.
only other one would be the cute little cat bat.
Nope, he's got a few.
Yeah, there's a few.
All right, there's also the
one
the
of my
cat.
Oh yeah,
someone
that
was like,
funny in the
so
shark.
what is he? He's a reaper. Oh, I got an idea. Tour guide.
I don't know. It just reminds me of a guy that's doing like little Reaper stories on TikTok here and there. It's just, hi, I'm Death. Let's get started with the paperwork. And just like, just all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the cat. We got the cat track bird.
I don't know what she is. She was a drunken night creation. I absolutely love her design.
And then we got Deathfly Jojo. Or actually, you know what, Suki? I'm gonna ask you. Does this look like he's a JoJo character, or does he kind of look like he's a Hunter x Hunter character? Kind of reminds me of that weird
More
clown
like,
guy.
a little bit more X Hunter X Hunter.
I'm not as familiar with Hunter x Hunter. Let me
Wait,
look at.
you guys actually say the X is Hunter x Hunter?
I don't.
You know what? I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not that into the series. I hear it said all the time. Like I hear it said like 5 different ways. I probably say it 5 different ways, and I could probably say it 6. I could probably end up saying it 6 different ways all in the same day.
Yeah. Anyways, I just got that from Little Miss J because they're
That's the style. I was kind of reminded of Little Miss J style there.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's why I recognize that.
Yeah, I was seeing Little Miss
Don't look at their stuff unless you're over 18.
I'm well aware of Little Miss
But
J.
yeah, they needed to get their one of their programs updated, and of course it needed money, so they hey $10. I'm like, okay, here.
Nice. And of course, there's also the looks like Drakback Cap with like Snuggie.
Yep.
Basically, it's called No Talk Me Angie.
Right.
Yep. Just Angie.
All right, and finally, in the actual challenge of the week realm, we have this.
Look at this photograph.
Reminds you of a certain product, doesn't it?
I think that's exactly what he was going for with this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, they were called mugs.
But by the way, Circuit, I remembered what show I was thinking of that was from the 80s.
Oh, what's that?
And I realized why nobody knows what it is, because it basically was one special and it never took off. It was called Fluppy Dogs.
Oh my god!
It was a Disney show. It was good. They were going to try.
It does not surprise me.
And,
God,
I'll be honest. The one thing that surprised me the most out of this is the new DuckTales actually referenced it.
Really?
Dude, DuckTales referenced almost everything.
Oh my god! It's like a combination of Care Bears and puppies.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I think Disney was trying to do. They were trying to respond to because remember, this was like just after Care Bears, I think, was kind of trying to do their animation stuff. So I think Disney was just basically trying to respond.
The irony of that being, it ended up on Toon Disney sometime in the 90s.
I think this is an image of what you mentioned with DuckTales.
Yes.
They've been referencing everything. Oh my god, I feel so depressed seeing Cloud Kicker as a fat, old, middle-aged guy now. It's just like, oh my god, my life is over.
Google.
My life is over.
You know, I might have seen this special once or twice on Toon Disney back in the old days.
You might have. I don't recall it at all.
Yeah, it's a neat little movie, but yeah, it's yeah. Unless you find somebody who's ripped it, I don't. Yeah, Disney. Obviously, Disney does not really tend to remember that this thing existed that often.
Hey, here's a Blu-ray of it for $23.99.
Huh.
Right. So.
But it does.
Are you sure that's? Wait, is that actually an official one?
I don't think it's official. There's nothing legitimate looking about this thing.
That's more crappier made than the image I saw on IMD.
Yeah, that's. Oh god, yeah, that's definitely not official.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But I kind of want to get it.
Images to match more what I saw.
I kind of want to get it anyway, just because. Wow, that thing looks like it's pirated to hell. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Disney cared enough for these puppies.
God, okay. Anyway, next week's challenge. I almost want to say tie-dye dogs for some reason now.
I almost snuck in a neuter joke.
Wait, there's a book.
What?
I think so. It
No,
would not surprise me.
No, because I was just looking through the wiki and it said differences from the book.
Oh no, yeah, there was a couple of book images. In fact, it looks like they
Okay.
based it off of a book in some regards,
Yeah.
or maybe the other way around. But yeah, for next week's challenge,
Did you know Disney changed its demographics so it appealed more to boys by redesigning the fluffies and adding the futuristic dimension hopping idea, which did not exist in previous incarnations.
Also, apparently it was based on sliders.
Reference in DuckTales, Let's Get Dangerous.
Yeah, that's one of the images we saw.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
the episode
Ricky,
I was-
go ahead.
oh
Go
my
on.
god, that's why it was
just
that's why it
having a
was
hard
tickling
time
the back of my
remembering the
head.
episode name.
I actually saw that DuckTales episode, but I remembered the Scrooge screaming about a sea monster eating his ice
Right.
cream.
So, what's the challenge from next week?
My part of the challenge for next week is going to be weeds. because I had to deal with a lot of weeds on Saturday before doing the trivia fun.
And the protest?
Gold dust. Oh no, did we kill him with our moving on? Cold dust. Oh, there you are.
Hey, I'm alive.
Welcome to Alive.
Protest.
Yeah, the protest challenge.
Oh, the protest initiative challenge. Yes. The protest initiative challenge this week will be
Got it. Protest challenge will be hesitation.
Okay.
No, okay, no,
Initiative challenge is brain farts.
No,
let's
no,
go
that-
with post-it notes.
Post-it notes.
Pushing down on me. Pushing
Pushing down on me.